Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Taurus May 26, 2022. You might get the chance to do something a little different today. A project or errand could come up that has your name written all over it. Don't be afraid to step up and volunteer to handle new tasks. You might crave some variety right now. You'd enjoy a challenge that will test your abilities and your creativity. So try to position yourself where new things are happening. You'll enjoy being inventive. Too much exposure to books, newspapers, and computers today could produce eye-strain headaches, so try to exercise a little caution when working with small print or computer text. Thoughts of love and romance may interfere with your ability to concentrate, and you may be tempted to spend most of your time on the phone. We all have days like this, so don't fight it. Just make sure you're feeling great when the evening rolls around. You could be inspired today to have a discussion with someone who hasn't been respecting you. Usually, you like to forgive and forget, but today you might finally decide to deal with the situation directly. Don't be afraid to be clear about what you see is happening. A friend or colleague might be taking advantage of you or taking credit for your ideas. You can stop this inappropriate behavior if you confront the person directly. Today you might end up playing the role of peacemaker or diplomat. You could find yourself in a situation where certain parties are disagreeing about something, perhaps financial information. You might have a unique perspective on the situation. Don't hesitate to offer your expertise and to encourage a peaceful resolution. You might be able to act as a mediator, bringing the two opposing sides together. You can help them to explore some common ground. Private affairs will run smoothly thanks to your relaxed and open manner. No nasty surprises are waiting around the corner, and you have the chance to finally clear up an old misunderstanding. You are obviously a good listener and give your family and friends the feeling that you're on the same wavelength as them. Right now you need to act as if you're completely ignorant. If you do, you'll get what you want. Sometimes a little knowledge is such a dangerous thing that you're better off forgetting everything you know. Heightened awareness of your surroundings make you responsive to the many opportunities that occur for you to find romance. Any communication you get, treat as particularly important. Don't dispose of contacts or phone numbers or lose any. You're experiencing the results of previous effort. Stay open to offers. Your fantasy life is especially active today, so enjoy this little escape into your dream world. Coming back to reality may be a bit difficult. Make sure to keep tabs on your emotions and make sure that they don't get the better of you. The impressions you receive from the outside world may not be that accurate today. Keep all your wits about you and try not to get caught up in the indulgence of drugs and alcohol. This isn't a time for action but one for understanding the situation you are in. You will have to be lucid regarding your family and friends, and especially yourself. You sometimes have problems directing yourself and acting on your desires. You tend to bend to certain constraints that overwhelm you a bit. So be firm with yourself and don't take action unless you are convinced it is right for you. An alignment between Jupiter and Neptune in Pisces is not only starting to separate, but for the first time since the planet of luck and expansion returned at the end of last year, he is now out in front. Until now Neptune has been the lead planet and it has been all about having the dream, and while that will still be the case, now in his final 4 weeks in your sign Jupiter is ready to start turning dreams into reality. Fortunately, Mars' return tomorrow will allow the warrior planet of the cosmos to do much of the heavy lifting. While having the moon in your relationship sector is putting it at odds with all 3 planets in Pisces, it will leave before Mars returns tomorrow. This is still putting a balance between your personal and relationship needs to the test, but as the only visit while Venus, the planet of love, is in Pisces, she is using this to get a better sense of what you want from your relationships and what they need from you. Our eyes in the sky. There are no major transits happening today. The energy in the cosmos heightens our intuition and gives us the capacity to dream bigger and better. All of the water energy swarming around in the sky might make us feel a little more emotional than usual, which isn't uncommon during Pisces season. Rather than get swept up in your emotions, allow yourself to release your feelings by writing a letter to the universe or others expressing your sentiments. The more you get them out there, the easier it will be to navigate through the day. If you have a vision that you want to get off the ground, now is a great time to manifest the project. Don't be shy about stating what you want to accomplish. The universe is looking out for you now and giving you the intuition to know what needs to be done to complete the task at hand. Trust your gut feelings today. They can help you exceed your expectations. There is magic in the air, and you can catch it and make it reality. The temptations could be to poke holes in others' beliefs that we find ridiculous or untrue. Keep your opinions to yourself right now. It won't do any good to argue about this today. Also be careful about telling yourself a negative narrative. That way of thinking will be very hard to avoid. However, show people they can count on you and you'll earn points with them that will last long into the future. In the pre-dawn hours, the Pisces moon opposes Saturn in Aquarius, inclining us to moodiness or depression. We may be literally isolated from loved ones, or otherwise feel there is an emotional wall preventing others from seeing or hearing us. This influence will pass relatively quickly. In the meantime, we might brainstorm ways to better connect with our own inner authority. What steps could we take to embrace our capabilities and competency? The moon then enters a void of course lasting until tonight. Avoid starting projects and let the natural flow of the day take its course. In the early afternoon, the moon forms a quincunx to the Pisces sun, signaling distractions. We aim to demonstrate compassion and empathy towards others, yet in the back of our minds, we want credit for our good deeds. We may feel confused, questioning whether we can truly be selfless and altruistic if there is nothing in it for us. However, there's nothing wrong with desiring acknowledgement for a job well done. Wanting attention doesn't make us bad people, and by conflating altruism with asceticism, we deny the power we have as individuals to effect positive change in the lives of others. If you are awake before the sun, treat yourself like royalty by staying in your cozy bed. Or if you're up early, treat yourself to an elaborate breakfast, ideally made by someone else. There's an early morning Moon-Jupiter opposition that can transmit good feelings and the desire to be super generous and kind, but the more nice gestures you make, the more attention you get, which is something that you probably won't want during this aspect. You like doing things for others now because it makes you feel good, not because you want to be recognized for it, and the more thanks you get, the more it actually lessens your experience. But don't try to overcomplicate things too much now.